Good morning, everybody. Welcome to the Sunday Summary Podcast. I'm your host, Kyle. With me is Steve. I decided to change the name of the podcast just because that's essentially what it is. You know, um, makes it more searchable, like you said, Steve. What's going on? Good morning.
I'm back on my headset.
I like your headset. I do. I think the sound
The tried and true. It sounds great.
the sound is great. You know, the microphone. There's nothing wrong with the microphone. It's either StreamYard or it's us or me. I mean,
We're just gonna keep talking about this, guys. For those of you that are gonna be with us long term, we're gonna talk about the audio for the next 20 years.
oh, easily,
Right at the
100%.
beginning, every Sunday, it's all about audio. It used to be beverage of the week. Man, we could really have a chat about all the things we've done here that are not football related.
To open
And
it up.
that's my favorite stuff sometimes.
Yeah, I know. We talked about the money tree that one time. We had a moment when we were talking about like trivia that lasted about a week. The
That was football related, but also we have some crew in us, some crew blood.
yeah,
So
some crew blood, dude. Isn't crew like the reverse rowing?
uh
This is paddling, and then
well,
rowing is.
technically I think you're going forward, but you're turned around.
All right, hold on,
That's
hold on.
actually interesting to think about.
There we go.
Yeah, but like just because you're facing the back of the boat does not necessarily mean you're reversing. Could just mean that you're turned around in the vehicle, which I believe is the case, because the front of the boat is still going forward.
Okay, so here's the deal. So there's rowing, and then there's paddling. Paddling is going forward. Rowing is you're pulling the paddles against the water. It doesn't matter about where the boat is. The front could be behind you or whatever. It's just a different because this is a row. Pulling is a row.
Correct.
Right. So I feel like it's just the act of it. How the hell are we talking about this? This is crazy.
Well, you know what? What are you? I just want to ask one more thing before we move on here. Are you saying that you're going backwards? The boat's going backwards
So you are
in crew.
100%. You're 100% moving backwards when you're rowing. Whether or not the boat is going backwards, I don't know. But you are 100% moving backwards when you're rowing.
Who? Who's moving backwards?
You in the boat.
So no. You are stationary inside the boat,
You,
but the boat is
Steve,
going for.
oh my
You're
God.
facing backwards, but the front of the boat. There's only one front of these boats. They're not interchangeable. So I get in the boat. My seat faces the back. I face the back, and I do this. So to the naked eye, or to somebody maybe with a lower IQ, it looks like I'm going backwards, but I'm not. The boat is going forward still. I'm just propelling the boat while facing the back of it.
Correct. But let me ask you a question. When you drive a car, are you moving?
Forwards. If, well, actually, because they can go in reverse.
Now it's different.
Go ahead. No. Ask me the question. When you drive a car,
When
what?
you drive a car, are you moving?
Yes.
Okay. Exactly. So when you row a boat, you're moving. Same thing. Because the boat is taking you from point A to point B. Doesn't matter if you're actually moving.
Right.
The boat is taking you.
Right, I understand. Everything that's
Yeah.
inside of a vehicle traveling 60 miles an hour is also traveling 60 miles an hour.
Yeah.
I understand.
God.
That's what happens in car accidents. Inertia. The car stops,
that's
but the
exactly what it
bodies
is.
keep going.
That is exactly what it is.
Yes.
Yes.
We're talking about completely different things. We're both just trying to showcase our intelligence here, and it's kind of embarrassing. Let's move along.
It is kind of crazy. But good morning to everyone in the chat. We got Ross, my mom's in here, Everest, Aaron, Liz, Oyvind. Shout out to everyone in the chat. Make sure you leave your thoughts throughout the show. Liverpool hosting Tottenham today. Apparently 28 or 29 matches in Anfield, Steve. Tottenham have only won one. And Liverpool are looking to push for top four. Tottenham as well. Tottenham have had some embarrassing results recently. It's not to say Liverpool haven't had embarrassing results this season as well. Always a good matchup. What are you expecting from this match today?
This is one of those like the Chelsea matchup we always have. Like with Chelsea, I never feel good about it. With Tottenham, even though I should just based on results and stuff, I should feel good about it, but I always just get a little bit nervous coming into these games because they have some quality in their side. Um, we should win. I think. I believe we are favorites, of course, and we're home. So I don't see us losing. Let me put it that way. Given the position that we're in, where we're playing, our recent form, which has been pretty good. I'll say pretty good, not great.
3 in a row. We're finding it.
We're finding it. I don't think we'll lose. I just hope it's 3 points instead of 1.
Yeah. Tottenham are struggling to find anything right now. I want to pull up the recent form of both teams here. And we look back to previous matches. Brighton, I can't believe Brighton beat Wolves 6-0 yesterday. Liverpool aren't in it. I don't care. I'm not going. All right, where are we at? Where's Tottenham? Where's that loss at? 6-1 to Newcastle, guys. 6-1. It's Tottenham's most recent result.
Oh man,
it was rough, dude. It was really rough. Newcastle were just playing out of their minds, and I think 3 or 4 of the goals came in like the first 20 or 30 minutes. It was insane, absolutely insane. Spurs had no idea what to do, and Alexander Isak, it was amazing. He made their defense look terrible. He had one goal where he dribbled to the byline and he tiptoed on the byline from the corner flag up to the post and then chipped it over the keeper for an assist.
that was against Everton.
Oh, shit, you're right. Damn.
But no. Either way, that's a play that deserves a shout.
Yeah, no, you're right.
And
That
even
was
more
an
so because it was against
insane
Everton.
goal.
Yeah, that was wild. It would have been nice if he finished it himself, but the other guy smashed it in.
Yeah, God, and Everton, man. Everton are struggling. Nope, didn't want to click on fantasy draft. What are we doing?
That's all right. While you get back, we can just talk about Chelsea really quick.
Of course.
I believe Chelsea have fallen to 12th and have only lost points since. Actually,
Everton. Oh my God. 19th.
Look at this.
I don't see a world where Leicester finish 18th either. I don't. I don't see a world where Leicester.
Wait, scroll back down. Man, are they going down?
So
like, I mean, is Everton and Leicester going down, dude?
All right, no. So you look at this, okay? Look at the point differential. Leeds, West Ham aren't going down. Bournemouth's not going down, okay? Unless Bournemouth lose every game for the rest of the season, all right? And all the bottom teams win. Southampton are likely going down, all right? But when you look at Leicester, I just don't see a world where Leicester's going down. I think the teams that go down are Nottingham, Everton, and Southampton. Leicester are going to jump Nottingham. And it's very likely Leeds might even be in that conversation. But Leicester's not going down.
Listen.
There's no way.
I just feel like it's too good to be true that Everton actually goes down.
See, me too. But I'm trying to speak it into existence.
There are some decent players there.
Well, there's some decent players at Southampton.
Right. But what I'm saying is, like, I feel like Everton's got more quality than these other teams down here.
Yeah.
Including Leicester and Leeds and Bournemouth. Bournemouth will be fine, but
Nottingham's got to go down. Nottingham, Southampton. I don't see a world where Leicester or Everton go down, but I want Everton to go down.
If Everton go down, man, like, if there's like a being higher than us, bigger than humans, whatever you believe in, that person will have determined that we've suffered enough this year.
Steven's trying so hard not to get religious while getting religious.
Yeah, because I don't know what people believe, and it's not This is a sports show, but I want to talk. I want to do a little bit of theological reflection here for a minute, if you don't mind, before we get into the match preview. There is a higher being than us, and what that person has determined is that, guys, let me know what you think of this take in the chat. By the way, that person has determined that we here as Liverpool supporters have suffered enough. Now, we will not be playing Champions League football next year, most likely. But they've determined that a fair trade is to send our most bitter rivals down to the championship. For your pain and suffering, where's my hand? Sometimes I get messed up. For your pain and suffering, we apologize. Here's your trade. Everton goes down. This is what's happening.
Those
Kyle.
nootropics, man.
This is what's happening, man.
It's crazy.
This is what's happening.
Oh my god.
It's a fair trade.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I just think
if we gotta stay out of European football and really feel this pain, then we need a light at the end of the tunnel, and that's what Everton going down is.
I think Everton going down is just a culmination of everything that's gone wrong at the club, between spending too much money on average players to having zero continuity with managers to just being in the shadow of Liverpool during the last 7 or 8 years. I mean, they've always kind of been in the shadow, but especially since Klopp's come in, I think the team is just in shambles. The whole club's in shambles. It's kind of trying to think of an example, but I can't. I just feel like Everton are just like the worst run club at the moment. And so, will they stay up? It's likely they'll stay up. They might find they really only need like 2 wins, and they're out of the bottom 3. You need 1 or 2 wins. It's just these teams struggle to get all those wins. I think Nottingham.
Yeah.
I think Nottingham
only 2 wins for them, dude, is like 10 in a row for us. What do they have? 6 wins in 33 matches?
Yeah, the 6 wins, and that's what I'm saying. Leicester have 8, but when
I can't see the table anymore, by the way.
Oh crap! My bad. Here we
It's
go.
all right. You paused it so I could get deep.
Yeah, no, you got all deep on us. So we look at Leicester's results. I feel like they've had some good results recently. So like I said, they had 6 wins. Okay, so they beat Wolves. Oh, damn, they haven't.
Are we looking at Leicester?
Oh, my God.
Oh, they're total shambles.
Oh, no. This is what it was. This is what I was thinking. Oh, wait, no, we're going backwards. Okay. So this is what I was thinking. They drew with Leeds and they beat Wolves. That's a big result. Beating Wolves, that's a big result. That's 3 points. I'm serious. You think I'm kidding, but like they have 8 wins, dude.
No, it is. It's a huge result.
They needed that.
Yeah, everybody needs wins at this point. But look at this form, dude.
They lost
What
to
is this?
Dude, they're bad. They beat
Form
Spurs randomly, and then they beat
bad.
Villa.
They weren't down there. They were not down here most of the year.
Oh no, they had a good rhythm going. They drew with Brighton. I don't know, absolutely crazy. But we're going off on a tangent here. Let's go back.
Do you think Unai Emery comes back to the league and the higher power than us says, all right, you can come on up, but we have to send someone down? And he chose Leicester. Aston Villa.
Oh yeah, I know. I thought you meant like
this is just another theological trading scenario. They said, Unai, do you want to climb up? And he said, yes. They said, all right, well, you have to send somebody down. And he said, Leicester it is.
He goes,
and that's what happened.
I'm okay with Leicester. Good evening.
Good evening.
Good evening. Classic. Absolute classic. Can we just find that clip? It's the first one that pops up. Oh my God.
It's insanity.
All right, hold on, guys. We're doing this, and then we'll do the preview. All right. You guys got to stick with us, man. Oh God.
Yeah, we got some questions in here I want to address.
Yeah, you address the questions. I'll pull this up.
Ross says, "Hey Ross, clean sheet for us against Spurs. You guys know I love a clean sheet. More than anything, it's so important. In my opinion. Well, obviously, in everyone's opinion, but hopefully, clean sheet incoming. I'd like to see a nice 3 or 4-0 today."
What else we got?
Oh, I thought you were gonna play.
Didn't want to be rude to you.
No, go ahead, and then I'll keep ripping through these.
This is unbelievable. This thing is like going so slow now. Look at this. All right, here we go. What is this?
Good evening. 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 Yeah.
Oh my
Good
God.
evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I don't know exactly. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
He's throwing it in
Good
when
evening.
it's not required.
Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening.
Okay.
All right, listen.
Dude, look, I know it's a language barrier. That's not what we're making fun of. It's just classic. Like, come on.
That's what I was about to say too. We're not making fun of him. The fact that it's all just strung into one word and he says it every time and it's become an internet sensation is what makes it funny. He's a good manager. He's a very, very good manager.
He's a very good manager. Oyvind says we got to watch the last evening video. All right, I'll keep my eye on it.
All right. So I think it was Aaron here. What's up, Aaron? He says, "What's our best front three? Diaz, Jota, and Mo." I think you're taking
right now it's Gakpo.
I think you're taking too much into account from what's happened in the past, i.e., Diaz. He's been out most of the year.
Correct.
And Jota's only woken up, I'd say, the last, 10 to 14 days, which I'm happy about. But if someone said to me, our best front three right now, who are we playing? All things considered, Mo, I think I'm going Darwin up top. And then maybe Diaz on the left.
All right, if we're just talking, are you talking about objectively? Like if we're just taking out form, we're taking out injuries and everything?
For the most part, like I just think Diaz is that good where if we had to win one match right now, like he should play.
So I'm going to be honest with you. I think, yes, Diaz on the left, Salah on the right. Through the middle is where it would be a little bit different. I would personally go Jota. I mean, shoot, I want to go Bobby, but that's just bias. That's just complete bias. I know it's not Bobby.
I think Darwin's just more dangerous than all of them.
For some
and gets
reason,
into better positions than all of them.
And I get it. I get the reason, but Klopp has been playing Darwin on the left exclusively. It's like he won't put him through the middle. He's like Gakpo's there and he just won't put him through the middle. And that's fine. But I feel like Darwin is more of a threat, like you said, when he plays through the middle and he has a chance to get in front of goal and actually put the ball in the net. When he's out wide, his speed is a threat. But I mean, the dude's a striker and he sucks at passing right now. So you gotta put him in positions to finish. Even though he does have assists, I wouldn't say he's a creator.
No, he's not.
Yeah, what are you reading, Steve? You're locked in.
Yeah, I'm looking at some comments. Ever says, Kyle, will your Spurs fan friend join you in watching the match?
So no, I actually asked him. He's working this weekend. He works where I work, and we have alternating weekends. So he's working this weekend.
Bournemouth's up 2-0 on Leeds. 25 minutes gone, Ross says. Carl says Jota's injured. Actually, I knew that. I thought he may have a chance to suit up today.
Timeout. Jota's
Who's
injured?
hurt? Who? He got a knock.
Dude,
he's not like out.
He got a knock. Okay. Because that's why I'm not hearing about it. The only
He's
injury
okay.
I'm aware of right now is Bobby. Bobby's out for like a few weeks with a muscle injury. Oyvind says, I agree with the members video lineup. Yeah. So I went with Jota on the left, Gakpo through the middle, Salah on the right. I dropped Gakpo, Steve, and put Darwin in the middle. And that's not what happened for the last match. Midfield, I stuck with the midfield. Even though Thiago will probably start, I still stuck with Jones, Hendo, and Fabinho. What do you think about that?
I can't even believe I'm saying this, but Thiago's got the worst engine out of all four.
Yeah.
Like, it's not even close. I don't think he has the legs to go 95 minutes. Even injuries aside, I don't think Thiago has the legs to go 95 minutes in a match like this. I don't think he starts.
LFC Aaron says it was the kick in the back he received at West Ham. Yeah. No, what was it? Kufal just fucking kneed him in the back. Just came up and kneed him in the kidney. That looked painful, man.
I think he's okay though.
He's just got like a bruised rib or something. Don't get me talking about broken ribs. Those hurt. Steve knows.
Yeah. Oh no, that's just doesn't get much worse than that. Though I think liver shots are worse, at least from the start, not long term. If you get hit in the actual liver.
Yeah. All right. So last matchups. All right, we got the 2-1 win earlier this season. We go back to last season. We got 1-1, 2-2. So it's always a good matchup. 3-1, 2-1. All right, so we're favored, like you said at the beginning, Steve. We look at form. Like I said, 3 in a row for us. Spurs are struggling recently, dude. Really struggling. I mean, they got to win against Brighton. Then they lose to Bournemouth. They lose to Newcastle. And then draw with Man United. I'd argue we're in good form, Steve, when you look at this. Because, look, we played Chelsea and Arsenal. We drew against both of them. And then all those matches we're supposed to win, we won.
We're just letting up too many goals, which is the only concerning part because they do have they have more quality than every team we've played in the last month.
Yeah, Klopp said in his
besides Arsenal.
Said in his pre-match press conference, he said Tottenham are likely one of the best counterattacking teams in Europe.
Huh.
And he said that because all you got to do is get the ball to Kane, one outlet pass to Son, and he's off, and it's dangerous. And
yeah,
that's literally how we concede to them almost every time.
I got a question for you. I think we'll get. Sorry, what did you even ask me?
I didn't ask you a question.
Okay. What is Matip going to play again?
No, I have Konate in there.
But he's banged up.
Konate's injured? Where are these injuries coming from?
He's been banged up, I think.
I have heard nothing.
You think he was out of training, dude? I think.
What?
But Matip scored the winner. And I think he deserves a start. Because when you got Kane, it's a little less pace to worry about. This is a game where we could see Big Joel. If Konate is hobbled, I think it makes sense. If Konate is 100% by chance, I was reading he might not be available, but let me actually look into that.
Yeah, I don't know. Last I heard, everyone's available except Bobby. That's literally what Klopp said. I started listening to his press conferences now just to be sure because I don't know, but things change. He does the press conference like a day and a half ahead of time. But it might be time to give Matip a run in the team. I need some adventures.
Yeah, seriously, we need someone that's going to carry the ball forward.
Yeah, I mean,
we don't even have a midfielder that can do that, so we need Matip in there.
Well, I'm telling you, Trent, man, ever since he changed roles, he's kind of negated the need for a Matip type defender to dribble the ball into space. Trent just kind of puts the ball into space.
Yeah, Konate, I think he's back. I think he's fine.
That's what they were saying
in a couple
in the
days.
chat here. Liz says Konate had a scheduled day off. He'll be back. That's what I'm saying. I didn't hear anything about an injury. I don't know. Steve, what are you reading?
Yeah, I think he's fine.
All right. So, position in the table. Tottenham 5th, Liverpool 7th. Steve.
What?
We need to win this game.
I hate, we say this every year, and a lot of times it's for better reasons. Every match is a must win.
But no, I mean, yes, but this match is a must win. You're going head to head against a team you're fighting for European football against. You have got to win this match.
Yeah, let's look at this again. Great minds think alike. Bring up the table.
That's what I do, baby. That's what I do.
Okay.
Steve goes, okay, shut up.
You gotta love to see the Man U slide. You gotta love the Man U shuffle.
I can't believe Aston Villa's in 5th. It is unreal. And I'm happy about it. I like Aston Villa.
Yeah, we're gonna blow past them though. Sorry. Good evening. Good night. We got 2 games in hand on them. See ya.
Good night.
Listen. We're gonna finish 5th. Just saying. But yeah, this is a big one. We have a game in hand on Tottenham. If we can go 2 points clear of them with a game in hand. See ya. Good evening.
Good night.
Good night.
Well, who do Aston Villa play? That's the thing. So Tottenham, let's look at Aston Villa's schedule. Yeah, I think aren't they playing right now?
Wait, are you worried about us like competing with them?
Dude, all right,
just remember we have 2 games in hand on them.
Look, Villa are playing United right now. It's 0-0, 34th minute.
So what do we want? We want Villa to win. No, we want Villa to win because we have games in hand on them, but we need to catch up to United.
Correct. And we are even on matches with United. So I agree. I think we need... What is going on? What is this? Oh my God, it's so annoying. It's just terribly designed, this website. Oh, it's terribly designed. I just want to see who they're playing, dude. That's it. Okay, so right now, obviously, they're playing Man United. Their next matches, all right, they play... Ooh, okay. We play them before the end of the season, by the way. So that's good. They play Wolves next. Then they play Tottenham. Then they play us.
Win, loss.
And then they play Brighton at the end of the season.
Loss.
So I'm telling you right now, Aston Villa have a tough schedule. Okay? So that's beneficial for us. And then who's the other team? Man United?
Yeah.
Let me look at Man United's matches here real quick.
Dude, Man United's got to lose some serious matches for us to even inch close.
Hey, I'm thinking about it. Hold on a minute.
Aren't we down 8 points on them in level on matches?
Wait a minute. There's absolutely no way they have the same exact schedule. That makes no sense. What is this?
I can't. Your screen's like frozen, dude. Just let it go.
All right, whatever.
We need to win every match, and United has to lose like every match. That's all that's the only thing that can happen.
Why are you being all negative, man?
It's just reality, Kyle. We've done this to ourselves. By not signing anybody in January, we shot ourselves in the foot.
You're not wrong.
And February and March became absolute trash and shambles.
Yeah,
that's where we lost it.
We were really bad. The only thing that can help us is winning the head-to-heads against the teams that we got ahead of us. So I think we play Villa, play Tottenham, and we play Brighton, I'm pretty sure. No, we don't play Brighton.
Newcastle already play this weekend?
Aren't they playing? They're not playing right now. They must have already played this weekend.
They must have just played. Did they just play Everton?
Let's take a gander. No, they're playing right now. They're playing Southampton.
Good. This is good.
It's 0-0. So
what do we want there? We want a loss there.
clearly we want a loss. I mean, anything, dude. Anything to put Everton lower in the table.
Well,
Because if Southampton win, Everton are dead bottom. I'm serious.
but listen. We actually should be worried about Newcastle because if United win their game in hand, they're 1 point up on Newcastle after 33 games played.
Yeah.
So we have a higher, technically, if United win, we have a higher chance of catching Newcastle.
I'm looking at the goal differences over here, Steve, and I'm looking at Man United, Villa, and Tottenham. The goal differences for them are 9, 5, and 7, respectively. We have a 22 goal difference. Now, of course, that's down to beating Bournemouth 9-0 and beating United 7-0, right? And beating Leeds 6-1. I get it. But how are these teams 4th, 5th, and 6th in the table with those goal differences? That bothers me.
It's an ugly league this year. That's all I can say. I can't even explain. I can't explain what I'm trying to say. It's just an ugly league this year. But let's scroll to the top real quick here. Let's look at the top. Now all of a sudden, City's got a game in hand and they're a point up.
I know. Arsenal.
Talk about bottling the league.
You called it, but you said, I'm surprised they've hung on to it for this long, Arsenal. You said that they're not going to sustain it. They're going to crumble. And you look at the league this year. If you look, all right, so take Man City out of it and look at the teams, right? Tottenham, Villa, Man United, Newcastle, Arsenal. None of those teams at the beginning of the season, you're thinking to yourself, oh man, they're going to be above Liverpool, Chelsea. You're not thinking that. Chelsea, Liverpool are way higher quality teams than Arsenal, United, even Man United. But we have done it to ourselves, like you said earlier. We lost games we shouldn't have lost.
We didn't make changes. We didn't make changes when we needed to.
We didn't make changes. And the teams like Arsenal and Newcastle and even Man United and right now Aston Villa capitalized on that. And as a result, they put themselves in a great position to round out the end of the year. But when you look at the points total, Steve, these aren't very high points totals. Like the league is not as top heavy as it's been. It's been very open this season.
Well, City could finish with 94 points.
If they win out.
Right. And Arsenal could finish with 90. Those are high.
Yeah, that's pretty high. You're right.
Everybody else, I mean, dude, like Newcastle can finish with 88 points.
I know
Or 78 points. Like that's absurd.
Yeah. Oh, Tottenham just jumped in front of Aston Villa. It's a live update.
Oh God, you heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
All right, listen. Here's what I've come to realize, and I hate to say it.
Breaking.
But Man City, everything else aside, the money, the cheating, whatever, they don't lose races. No races. They do not lose title races.
What the hell was that sentence? They don't lose races.
If they are involved in a title race, they win every single time.
They don't lose it.
They don't lose in the race. The foot race. So sorry, Arsenal. They've been here before. They've beat us to it 3 times. Or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's a much tougher race against Liverpool than it is against Arsenal. Like I think it's over. They just have too much, man. They have too much experience. Their squad's not that different than it has been. All those players do this race every single year. And you expect any of us to believe that Odegaard, Saka, Ramsdale, and Xhaka can hang in that race?
No, dude, they can't.
Those players wouldn't even start at Manchester City. 0 of them.
No, they wouldn't have.
So credit to Arsenal for hanging on this long. And who knows, maybe a miracle can happen, but the writing's been on the wall for 8 months.
Arsenal have just played great team football this season. Fantastic team football. I give them a lot of credit for that. And they did the rebuild the right way. But you said it, Steve. Man City are used to being in a race with us, with Chelsea.
Yes, dude.
Like they are used to being in a head-to-head race where you're virtually going up against a team that's unbeatable. And to Arsenal's credit, the first half of the season, they were virtually unbeatable. Like Arsenal were just rolling, right? How recently have they fallen off? Has it literally been like the last 2 or 3 weeks?
Uh,
My point.
well,
And it doesn't.
they've had some draws, and then they just got spanked.
Yeah, the
by
head-to-head, the head-to-head against City. That shows it right there. I mean, if you look at the title race seasons, for example, the years if we, I'm trying to think of our head-to-heads with Man City. So when we were racing title race with Man City, the years that we were struggling. So the year we finished third, I think we got smacked by City in both games. I think we lost like 4-1 at home, and then I don't think we won. Maybe we drew at the Etihad. But when you look at the head-to-head seasons where we were neck and neck, it was either we won or we drew, I feel like. Am I wrong?
I don't know. We've played Man City so many damn times.
I know. But
in different competitions, it's hard to remember, but go ahead.
My point being, what matters, especially when you do a point system. Okay, when you do a point system, you got to win the head-to-head. You have to.
Yeah.
And so if you don't win the head-to-head, because shit happens. I mean, you go up and you lose to, look at us. We lost to Leeds. We lost to Bournemouth.
Listen. Dude, check this out. Even when we won the head-to-heads, we're going to go back to the good old draw versus win mentality. You can play 10 matches.
Draw versus loss. Draw versus loss.
Draw versus loss. If you draw 7 out of 10, it's decent form, I guess. How many points is that, Kyle? 7 draws out of 10. 7 points? All right, let's just say I played 10. I really only pour my heart into 2, and I win them, and then or 3, and I win all 3, and I lose 7 out of the 10. How many points do I have with 3 wins?
9.
That's what Man City did.
Yeah.
We did the opposite. We were harder to beat, but we just didn't win as many.
Absolutely.
Arsenal, it's just uncharted territory.
Well, to be fair, not really. Arsenal, the last decade, I'd say, they've been poor. But Arsenal are historically a top team.
No. Nobody in that club right now was part of anything that happened previously.
No,
that is an entirely new staff. I want to give some credit to Mikel Arteta. I think he deserves credit. To even do what he's done in this league, even if they finish second, I think it automatically catapults him into that conversation for one of the top managers in Europe.
To me, right now, if anyone gets manager of the season, it's Mikel Arteta. Okay? Manager of the season goes to Mikel Arteta for me because, Unai Emery, if he was here all season, he would get it.
Good evening.
Good evening. The man picked up Aston Villa and they were in, 17th? They're flopping back and forth with live updates from nothing but Reds between 5th and 6th right now.
They're going to be in first. Before the end of this hour mark, they'll be in first. Gosh, everybody's tuning into Nothing But Reds just to get live updates on Good Evening.
Villa. Good evening.
All right, match preview. Tottenham's one of those matches.
Give me your lineup prediction first, because I did mine in the members-only video. Give me your lineup prediction for the match today, Steve. And guys, put your lineup predictions in the chat down below.
Oh,
Eddie Howe. LFC Aaron, he brought up a good point. Eddie Howe. Eddie Howe's going to get it.
No. Moving on.
Oh, you're crazy. I forgot about Eddie Howe.
Jota, Gakpo, Salah. Jones, Henderson, Fabinho. Virgil, Robbo, Allison, Trent. Konate.
Okay, who'd you go with the front three again?
Pretty standard.
I'm
Gakpo,
still blown away how
Jota,
you said
Salah.
no to Eddie Howe.
Gakpo, Jota, Salah. It's got to be Arteta or Pep.
Or Pep. No.
I don't want it to be Pep. But, dude,
No.
they could still finish over 90 points.
No, it doesn't matter. No. It is going to be Howe or Arteta. If Good Evening was here for the whole season, he would be in the conversation as well. But he's only been here for like less than half the season, I feel like. So it's just not there. I think Eddie Howe would win it, depending on where Newcastle finish. But Pep does not deserve it at all.
Well, that's really kind of your opinion. But let's do this.
Well, it is my opinion. But I'm saying is Pep has had an actually below average season for Pep in Pep standards in the Premier League. He just now took top of the league. He's been trailing Arsenal the entire season.
Let's see who's won it in recent years. Can we do that?
All right, that's fine. Every time we try to do a get into the preview, we just start talking about freaking out. I'm fine with it.
Who's won recent Premier League managers of the season? Please help me.
It's been Klopp. It's been Pep.
You see where I'm going with this, right?
Yeah, just pull it up. Pull it up.
Like, who wins MVP?
No, but what I'm saying to
Here
you
you go.
is,
I got you.
all right,
Pep.
so here
17 through 22. Pep, Jurgen, Why?
Okay. The year that Pep won it, what year was it? 2021? The year where we finished third that year? Pep won it because they blew away the league. They were up by they won it by what, 18 points or something?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The other years, the year before that, we won it by 46,000. Okay. The year before that, it was a title race. We were blowing teams away, and we both were neck and neck. It was a 1-point decision. Both teams were unbeatable. It's way different this year. Now you have teams that out of nowhere, Newcastle United, where did they finish last season? Like 13th? Now all of a sudden they're third. All right. You got Eddie Howe, who has completely turned this team around. They might get Champions League football, bro. That to me speaks more volumes than Pep just winning the league again with what's going to look like it's going to be between 80 and 90 points. All right.
What about Arteta, though? You're forgetting about him.
I'm not forgetting. I'm continuing. So now you have Arteta. Arteta was leading the league up until basically today or yesterday or whenever they beat him. So Arteta deserves a shout. But to me, it's Arteta and Howe are the top ones. And like I said, you could look at other managers like Brighton's manager, teams like that. But more than Pep, what speaks out to me is how Eddie Howe has completely changed Newcastle's team. They have 4 losses this season, dude. 4 losses. To me, Eddie Howe or Arteta, miles ahead of anything Pep's done this season in the Premier League.
What about Ten Hag?
No.
I mean, we obviously don't like United, but
Yeah.
if you're going to put these other guys, if you're going to give them a shout, then maybe Ten Hag deserves a shout.
So
They finished on 58 points last season.
yeah,
58. Where are they at right now? You just had it up.
I exited out.
Well, I think they're at 61 with
No.
5 games left. They could finish roughly 20 points higher
Okay, that's great.
than where they were.
Okay, valid point. Let's talk about where Newcastle finished last season. All right, how many points did
49.
49.
Finished 11th.
Finished 11th last season. They had
Mhm.
49. Okay, what are they on right now? 50.
63. 61.
63. Okay, so how? So I understand you were just playing devil's advocate,
Yeah.
right? Would you not then say Eddie Howe deserves it more than Eric Ten Hag?
Not really.
Why? All right, in what planet?
Because it can't just be points, Kyle.
No. But
It
you
can't just be
used the points
how many
argument.
points better are we. But I'm just saying, no. I'm not saying Ten Hag deserves it. But if you're going to say Howe and potentially Emery if he had more time, you got to put Pep and Arteta in there. And then based on that argument, Ten Hag deserves a shout.
Let me use an example from the NBA, okay? The New York Knicks, the first year that Thibodeau took over, they went from 31 wins to 41 wins. It was only a 10-win difference, but they made the playoffs as the 5 seed, I believe. 4 or 5 seed. He won Coach of the Year. He wasn't the top team. They did not have anywhere near the best record. He won Coach of the Year. The point is you look at how the team has improved from the previous season, not where they're at right now. That does you take that into account, of course, right? But if Man City last year, say they finished 11th and now they win the league, then you say Pep. If Man City, they've just been so good for so long and Pep has won it, I'm not looking at Pep this year. I'm looking at Eddie Howe. Look at Eddie Howe taking Newcastle from 11th, one season, by the way, and putting him into third. Look at Arsenal. Arsenal, this is Arteta's what, third season? Third or fourth?
I think so. I think it's
Third or
the
fourth?
second or third. I don't think it's the fourth.
They have been they've been hovering in like the European spots, not Champions League. All of a sudden this season they make the jump and they're battling for a title. With the players they have, are you kidding? Their players, like you said, wouldn't even start at City. And Arteta has put them in a place to challenge for the title. If that doesn't say Arteta damn near deserves it, I don't know what does. Not
I think
only
he does.
that, but Newcastle, Eddie Howe, look at the players they have. They've made some good acquisitions. Alexander Isak, you look at Guimaraes, but then you take that quality and compare it to Arsenal's. These are just night and day. And look what they're doing. That's my only argument.
My vote's for Arteta.
Fair. All
I
right.
don't think How. How?
Yeah, Arteta's been there since 2019. So, man, what do you guys think? Between Arteta and Eddie Howe, what do you think? Let us know in the chat. All right, Steve, so Jota's apparently, LFC Aaron says Jota's not in the squad today. So if Jota's not in the squad, who you starting?
I love a Firmino against Tottenham, similar to how I do against Arsenal.
I like, wait, you said Firmino?
Yeah, I
He's
love a
injured.
Bobby.
He's
No.
Yeah, he's
What
out.
happened?
He just
Actually,
got
I
a
heard you
muscle-
mention that earlier in the show.
Yeah, he's just got a muscle injury.
All right. Let's give Diaz a run.
Is Diaz ready?
Let's give him a full run. He's been back for a week and a half.
ready, bro?
Let's go Diaz, Darwin, Salah, and just burn them up top.
Oh,
Just lethal speed. How about that? But Gakpo will start.
dude. All right. Their defense cannot. It depends what they decide to do. If they go 4-2-3-1, the entire season they've played a back three, and then the last couple matches they played a 4-2-3-1, and they just get burned. Like if we go speed up top and play counterattack, we're gonna devastate them. But what worries me is if we don't do that. If we play possession style and they counterattack, we could give up a goal so easily, bro.
I just feel like the midfield can't change.
No. It can't. You're right. It can't.
If you plug in Thiago, I'm not going to be mad. But if it ain't broke, like, just don't fix it.
That's my mindset.
Keep those three there. Let Curtis stay in there. Curtis has been an absolute matter of fact.
Dog.
Give him. Take a bow, Curtis.
Dog.
Take a bow. You've been an absolute dog.
Curtis Jones, dog.
Yeah.
Fabinho, dog.
Dog. Trent,
dog.
World class. Trent, Ballon d'Or.
Ballon d'Or performances.
Quality lately.
Legit. It's absolutely crazy. I don't take Jones out for this one and put in Thiago. And the reason I don't do that is because Thiago previously has been serving the creative role, the creating with passing. Now with Trent's new role, you don't even need Thiago.
Oh, No, you're right. Here's what I'd say. Jones deserves to be on the team sheet to start the match. We'll just see how it goes. If he looks tired because he's played a lot more than he's played in a long time,
Yeah.
you can make a sub at half. It doesn't have to be like a bad sub, but maybe it's just say, hey, Curtis, we're going to give you the first half. Let's go. Keep doing what you're doing. But Thiago's there, itching, ready to get on.
Of course.
At half or at the 60-minute mark. Then again, Thiago could start, and we might, who knows, Jones is out for the rest of the year. I don't know. With Jones, it's just like
it's unpredictable.
He could go down at any time.
It's unpredictable. I want to go to what Klopp said in his press conference talking about Jones. So there's two things he mentioned. He said, Jones is the type of player where when he's on form, you look at him and you go, man, I'm glad we actually have him in the side. But when he's injured or he's not playing, which we've done, we're guilty of it, you look at him and say, get rid of Jones. He's just dead weight. Get someone else in. And then he also said that Jones has gone through a tumultuous season between injuries, and I think there's some personal things going on behind the scenes. But with the performances he's put in recently, I'm telling you, the kid has it. He has it. He just needs to be able to access it consistently. That is the biggest difference between the goods and the greats. Being able to put it consistently every match, every game, as opposed to just here and there. Curtis Jones needs to start today. I've
said this before. That curler he had against Everton was like the worst thing that could ever happen to him.
Because it set this bar of like, oh, you need to score goals. When reality is he's not even that guy.
No, he came in, he was getting tagged wrongfully so as like a wonder kid after that. Not to mention, you're right, that's not his role. He can dribble, the step overs, the cutbacks. He's got that. But he's not an attacker. He is a skillful midfielder. And what I'm surprised about is the fact that we've all agreed when we've been like, all right, what are we doing with Curtis here? Because he's always hurt. We've all agreed that he's reached his maximum potential. He's not improving at all. Somehow, from the bench, from the depths of God knows where, he's found a way to improve without playing matches.
Yes.
And he's come in recently and he showed that. It's insane. And for that, he deserves all the credit in the world.
Couldn't have said it better. Absolutely could not have said it better. Ross says Jones has the energy and attacking finesse. He just needs to be consistent. And that's essentially what I was saying. Now, Nafi here says, in case anyone doesn't know, we switched to a 3-2-2-3 with Trent inverted alongside Fabinho. So there's a sacrifice advantage. We sacrificed Thiago and Jones. Look on fire with this tactic. Yeah, no, our formation, it's fluid. It's not a set formation. But it looks like a 3-2-2-3 or like a 3-2-5. It looks like a weird formation, dude.
In case anyone doesn't know, that is.
Yeah, just in case you didn't realize it. But Curtis Jones, now the front three for me is where if Jota's out, it's got to be Gakpo, Darwin, and Salah. And my question for you, Steve, you said you put Darwin up top, correct? Or you put him out wide? Because Gakpo...
Oh, I put him up top if Diaz is playing.
Oh, I forgot about Diaz. That's right. This is what happens when you get injured for 5 months. I forget you're on the team.
We're going to know in 15 to 30 minutes who's playing.
God, I really wish that we could stay live and do that, but I know we got things to do. All right. Score prediction, Steve. You don't have to.
I should. I do it for the people. They're here for us.
They are. That's true.
All right, guys. I'm going to go 3-1. I think that's realistic.
3-1 Liverpool?
Yeah, we'll let one in because we're vulnerable and we let in goals, multiple goals, even to teams like Nottingham.
Yeah.
So
we got 11 clean sheets, dude. 11, which isn't a terrible number. It's a third of our matches, but it doesn't seem like that. It seems like we're letting in goals every match.
Where are the clean sheet rankings?
I could be wrong, dude, but I think. Hold on. You're gonna be surprised with number 1.
No, I'm not. Isn't it Pope?
It's De Gea. De Gea has 14.
Ah,
So that's actually
they tried to get rid of him, dude.
well, this is what I'm saying, dude. This is what I'm saying with the league
Yep.
this year. It's odd. I mean, Allison had a year where he had like 18 and 21 clean sheets. This year it's 14 as the top one. It's a weird league. Let me present this real quick. We'll wrap this up. Where's my Chrome tab? There we go.
Unreal. Look at this.
Look at this. All right.
Everybody, somebody come look at this.
Somebody come look at this. Hey, cat drinking milk out the bowl. Get out the bowl. Aaron Ramsdale, I've always said it, underrated keeper. Allison still fourth, still holding strong with 11. Jose Sa, man. Slept on keeper. He's a really good keeper. Kepa, 9. Ederson, 10. Oh my, who's last? Bazzuno? Yeah. Melier. I don't care what anyone says. I just want to go on record right here. You can clip this. You can do what you want. I don't care. Send this to all the football people that make the compilations of idiots on YouTube. Please do it, okay? People think Melier is good. He's not good. Now, you could say he plays for a team that cannot defend. That's fine. I don't think Melier is that good of a keeper.
He's got to go. He's been there for years, man.
Did they buy him?
They've only gotten
on
worse.
loan?
I don't know. He's been there for a long time, and they've only gotten worse. Move on. They need to refresh that squad. I honestly feel like they're a big enough club to be a mainstay in the Prem.
Yeah.
They've got the history. They had that, that magical stuff with Bielsa, which obviously is no longer, but that's attracted other big names to take over. He's not the one. A lot of these clubs need a new keeper. Like even some of the top clubs, they need a refresh.
So I'm going to be honest with you. When you look at the clubs like Wolves and Fulham is a great example. What they do is they get up and they get a keeper on loan who is a top quality keeper. Okay. Or even West Ham did it for a while, but Fabianski is just staying in there. But Wolves, they had Rui Patricio. Okay. And now they have Jose Sa. Okay. Both great keepers. Okay. Like they're not just average keepers, they're good keepers. Right. And that's how Fulham have stayed like relevant. Their keepers have been good. Now this year they got Bernd Leno. Right. Somewhat of an Arsenal reject, but pretty solid. All right. But then you look at clubs like Leicester City have Danny Ward. And now Danny Ward might be injured. So they're playing this guy Iverson. Who's
that's Allen Iverson.
I've never heard of him.
From the Philadelphia 76ers. AI?
They got AI in there. No practice, just games.
Dude. Fulham. Also, Bernd Leno. Everything changed for him after Neil Maupay tore his knee. Pushed him in midair and he came down on his knee funny. Everything changed. It was never the same after that. He should be in the position Ramsdale's in right now.
Yeah, no, that was a weird saga when they decided to get rid of Leno and buy Ramsdale.
It's because he was banged up, dude. I'm telling you.
I understand. No, I know why. But to me, it was weird because Leno was the next big keeper. And he was okay at Arsenal, but he wasn't it. Ramsdale, dude, though, Ramsdale has proven me wrong. Ramsdale has proven he is a great keeper. Really good keeper.
Mm-hmm.
So, to me, Ramsdale is who Dean Henderson should be. But, I don't know. Dean Henderson's just... He can't obviously get ahead of David De Gea. He's not going to. But Nick Pope, another one that's slept on. But still, in my eyes, Alisson is the best keeper. He's the best keeper in the world.
Yeah. In the league, for sure.
Definitely in the league.
He's the best shot stopper. And then I would give Ederson a close second. Nothing changes. Regardless of the table or any of this stuff, goalkeepers aging, it's not really going to affect them like it affects other things over time. Yeah. It's still Ederson and Alisson in the league. No one else is even close. It's like they're tier 1 and then there's other tiers after them.
And the reason is because of their consistency. This goes back to consistency because when you look at David De Gea, If David De Gea is at his best, he is unbelievable. You guys go and watch his clips. He is an unbelievable keeper, but he is not consistent. He will go from the worst keeper in the league to the best in 2 games.
Mm-hmm.
He'll let the ball roll through his legs. He'll make mistakes. It's not to say every keeper doesn't do it. I mean, Alisson, Jesus, man. Alisson, unbelievable. But
Allison's got some of the worst blunders of all time.
of course. Absolutely.
Some of the worst blunders of all time.
The only
It's unreal.
It's just we're not phased anymore by it. Like, it sucks, but we're not phased after the Karius thing. Like, we have seen the worst of the worst. So now when a keeper messes up, it's just like, what are you doing?
Dude, do you know how much De Gea gets paid? Just by chance.
It's
32-year-old.
He signed a new contract a few years ago, and I want to say it's like $350.
Dude, he makes like $20 million a year.
So what does that come out to a week?
I'm not even sure.
Because you know they do it by week over there.
I know, of course I know that. But I'm scrolling here looking at stuff.
Yeah.
He's been at United for like 11 years.
No, he's not going anywhere anytime soon.
It's insane. It's insane.
He got there with Sir Alex Ferguson. That was like one of his last signings, I thought.
He's been there since 2011. He's got 1 trophy.
The Europa League?
No, one Premier League trophy.
Okay, no.
Thought he would have had more than that.
He has more trophies though, because they won the Europa League.
No. He has trophies, but he's only got 1 Premier League title. I thought he would have had more than that. I feel like he's been there forever.
Well, 11 years is a long time. And goalkeepers, like you said, the tenure of a goalkeeper is much longer. They sign these crazy contracts. That's another thing. You know, Athletic Bilbao, they give players 9-year contracts.
Really?
Yeah, and Iñaki Williams signed a 9-year contract with the club, and then the other guy, their young midfielder Sanset, just signed a 9-year contract. It's insane.
Interesting.
Yeah.
You know the highest paid coach in Europe is?
Pep?
Nope.
Hold on, don't tell me.
We're gonna do some fun facts here.
Okay, highest paid coach in Europe.
Manager, coach. Guys, let us know in the chat who is the highest paid. And then, unless something's changed in the last
Is it Ancelotti?
No.
Tell me.
Simeone.
What?
Yep.
That is very surprising.
Let me just double check that. Oh yeah, and I'm pretty sure it's not even close. By the way, I'm gonna pull it up here. It's insane.
Klopp makes about 17 mil. Pep makes like 20 or 25. What does Simeone make?
30. All right. And again, there's different currencies. There's different websites. This is all rough. 29.8 million
for Diego Simeone.
Pep, 19.7 million.
Klopp's like 17.
Klopp, 15.7. Now this could be euros or pounds. It doesn't matter. We're just gonna keep going. Allegri, 11. Tuchel, 10.5. Then Carlo. Inzaghi, Mourinho, and then there's a big drop. Javi.
Wow.
Then there's a big drop. Yeah, so just for reference, Diego Simeone makes 2 times as much as Jurgen Klopp. Just about 2 times as much.
Jesus. No username asked a question. I'm a big Athletic Bilbao fan. I've watched documentaries, so I just want to answer this. So they have to be a homegrown player or had their formal footballing training in the Basque region. So
Which is what?
What's that?
The Basque region.
It's the northeastern part of Spain, and it also extends into France a little bit. So they have players from all over the world. They have some players from like Bosnia and Herzegovina. I'm not sure how to pronounce that the hyphenated part of it. They were born there, but they came over. Same thing with Iñaki Williams. He was born in Africa, came over, got his training there, so he can play there. So yes, every player is either from the youth system or in the Basque region. I think they pride themselves on any point in time, 80% minimum are like youth academy players or something like that. It's an insane club how they run it. Insane. And they've never been relegated. Them, Barcelona, and Madrid, I'm pretty sure the only La Liga teams who have never been relegated, and they do this. They do this style. It is insane. And the only reason they do it is to spite what the media says about them. The media says that they got in trouble apparently for not playing Basque only players, but just to prove that they weren't doing that, they said, all right, from now on, we are only, for the rest of our history or future, we are only going to play Basque players. And look at them. They've never been relegated.
That's insanity.
It is insane.
That is actually that's a grudge, man. That's a deep, dark grudge. That's very spiteful.
I'm fascinated by it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Xabi Alonso's Basque. I know Asensio and Isco, I believe, might be. Azpilicueta is Basque. Kepa Arrizabalaga. There's so many different players. Laporte. All those players are from Athletic Bilbao. So, all right, Steve. Match coming up here in T-minus 76 minutes. You ready?
Ready as I'll ever be.
I'm pumped. Let's do this.
Alrighty.
Thought.
Nothing.
All right,
Diego
guys.
Simeone's overpaid.
That's true. Guys, doing a watch along. Probably go live here in about an hour, so be sure to tune into that. Make sure you like the stream if you enjoyed it, guys. Subscribe if you haven't already, and we will see you guys soon. Until next time, take care, Reds.